Alrighty, welcome back. I know I'm very late to the party and I saw everything, but I hadn't made a video about it. But this is the Packers free agency. It's funny even making a video about this because most years you don't even have to make a video. So we'll just get right into it. Welcome to Ginger Man's Packers. And we're gonna be looking at just the free agency that's happened so far. There might be some extra stuff kind of towards the end, re-signing some people, but for now, this is what we got. All right, we'll start at the beginning. Um, just simple stuff. Um, these were rough. Yeah. Aaron Jones one, I yelled in my car. That one sucked. He was the heart and soul of our team, and I really hope we can reconcile and he can come back or something maybe next year and retire as a Packer because that hurts. Because I don't know, arguably one of my favorite Packers of all time, if not the favorite. Bakhtiari was a rough one. Great player, just injuries suck. So yeah. And then the worst part was that Aaron Jones went to go sign with the Vikings for $7 million for 1 year. It was rough. Devondre Campbell, it just made sense. Cap casualty. It happens. We got to get younger. He dealt with some injuries and some bickering throughout the year, so that just had to be done. Bach had a 40 million. I think Campbell had like a 12 million dollar cap hit. So it was just it needed to be done. We had a lot of savings in that. Mostly Bakhtiari's mostly this year's savings, and then Campbell's mostly down the line savings. We're still gonna have to pay Campbell and Aaron Jones next year, and a lot of like pretty high dead cap numbers. But uh, that's what we get for making some contracts. That's just life and pushing all this money back. Then John Runyon got paid like a lot. He got a 3 year contract with the Giants for like 30 mil. Congrats, dude. Congrats. Not worth it, in my opinion, but congrats. Very underrated, I think, signing. Ballantyne played most of our games last year, and he played pretty solid. I gotta admit, he played pretty solid. Um, I think it's a great depth piece with Eric Stokes injuries, Jair's injuries, and we'll probably add a corner or two in the draft, and we'll have a pretty solid secondary or at least corner group. So I'm pretty happy about that because it was a really cheap deal. We'll talk about another corner later. Tyler Davis, this is fine. He had a very solid year before he got injured, just on the special teams. So it's a good special team signing. Jonathan Owens, Bears and Vikings love to take our players. It's just life. He'll probably just get benched pretty soon afterwards because the Bears suck. So, and I don't know. We appreciate his services and Simone Biles as well, but just no reason to. We lost all of our safeties. Darnell Savage went to the Jags. He got paid pretty good. I think it was like I don't even remember what it was, but it was a good amount. It was a nice 3 year I think contract. So congrats to Darnell. It sucked because he was a first round pick and just he never turned out the way we thought. I mean that could have been Joe Barry, but it seemed like him as well. Caleb Jones, just nice depth tackle. We need that because we're kind of running low on depth in the offensive line category, so we kind of need to work on that. Christian Welch, practice squad team member. Don't need to talk about him too much. But the big things right here, boom, boom, boom. Josh Jacobs and Xavier McKinney. Somehow we spent some money. We got Josh Jacobs, which I was very hesitant about, but he was 2 years ago he was the Cooper Cup of running backs. So he had pretty much I think he almost had the triple crown. I don't think he quite had the touchdowns, but he had the yards and things like that. So I think he'll do phenomenally in this offense. I think the winter weather is going to suit him really well. And I'm quite excited for Josh Jacobs. And I think the contract was better than what it looks like on the outside because it's basically like a 2 year deal and we can get out after that. So it's not too bad. Only 12 million guaranteed. We got Xavier McKinney, arguably the best safety at his age range for sure. He had the lowest, I think QBR when targeted or something like that, or completion percentage. There was some insane stat, but he was like number one in it last year. He's 24 years old, super young. I think he's gonna be an absolute dog. And since we're moving to a one safety format, I think he's gonna be amazing. I was fine paying him all that money because in a couple of years from now, it'll seem like chunk change. Um, Keyshawn Nixon. This was an interesting one because I think last year we gave him a 1 year, like $6 or $7 million contract, and he had a pretty solid year. He played a lot more on defense in the slot, and then he was still doing great at kick return. You know, so it's just weird to I don't know. It was 3 year, 18 mil, I think, and 6 mil a year. That's a little it's a good chunk of money. So I guess I'm fine with it. He's a pretty integral piece to the just team in general. So I guess it's all right to you know pay that. So yeah, it's just I'm glad he's still on the team. I think it's worth it, honestly. Just thinking about it, money aside. AJ Dillon, I thought this was a really odd signing. I know it's like a very base minimum contract. It's like 1.4 or something, but I would have just because this gives like we're gonna draft one in the draft, 100%. I don't think it'll be as early now, but we'll still probably grab like a shifty guy because we got Josh Jacobs, pretty solid built dude. AJ Dillon, very built dude. Um, so we'll see. Probably fourth, fifth round, something like that. We'll go grab a running back. But AJ Dillon, I don't know why we kind of signed him, but it's a fine prove it deal. So if he balls out, he balls out. That's kind of it. What we have so far. The unrestricted free agents, we're not signing Deguara. Nyman potentially, but odds are very low. Rudy Ford, I could see the most common or the most likely I think would be Rudy Ford and Eric Wilson. We don't have much linebacker depth, um, so that's kind of what I think there. I think we already did sign. I think we'll probably grab both these guys back. There's a potential we get Riv and Manuel Wilson, um, because of the AJ Dillon signing, but we'll see about that. We're gonna look at the salary cap real quick. Um, so we see we got Devondre Campbell, who were doing I think it was a post June 1st cut. Um, and then we have Bakhtiari off. I think it saved us 20.5 mil or something. But right, we got this year we got 27 mil Kenny Clark, 23 Jair, and then it's not terrible for the rest because of some restructure, especially with Gary. His number's going to go up really soon, so he needs to ball out next year. Um, but yeah, um, it's kind of interesting because we still have some cap space. I mean, I know there's the rookie class and all, but we're not in a terrible position. Um, I think we need to re-sign some people. Um, just some people in general. I think there's a chance we go and get like another safety, potentially Justin Simmons, but probably someone a little cheaper. Um, and besides that, probably just looking for a Jordan Love extension. That's probably what the rest of the season's gonna look like. So yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments about what we're doing so far. I mean, it's hard to argue. I mean, it sucks. A couple like the Aaron Jones thing really hurts. And I know at the end of the day it's business, but it still really hurts. But the direction we're going in is fantastic. So I'm really excited about the next season. Let me know what y'all want for some things. Just if I want to do some mock drafts like I did last year. Just let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'll catch y'all later. Gingerman Packers out.